bit where said flunky was also being targeted by the Swiss Guard, who, by the way, apparently don't wear pajamas when they're not at the Vatican. You also missed the part where the Swiss Guard had become ninjas. All that's a little out of my pay grade. I took a sip of my drink, wincing at the tang as I set the glass down again. Horseradish. Nice. If I had to use it on this guy, it was going to sting like a bitch. But you have it. Clearly the guy thought he could get what he wanted simply by boring me to death. I considered my options. He was powerfully built, with a thick jaw and a boxer's nose, but his curled upper lip shone with sweat. His beady eyes looked just a teensy bit feral, and his cheeks were flushed. Something wasn't right here. He was too nervous, too intent. The transaction was compromised. I spread my hands in a "what can you do" gesture. I wasn't given full information. With full information, I never would have taken the job. But I can be reasonable, which means your new price is merely double. So go talk to your boss, get the extra cash, and then we'll have something to discuss. No. Again with the gun. Harder this time. Sharper. You must give it to me now. The man practically vibrated with concentration, and my spidey sense went taut. This definitely was too much reaction for the relic in question. We weren't talking the Ark of the Covenant here, no matter how much I was going to charge the guy. I reclaimed my glass of horseradish whiskey and took in Henry. He remained at the far end of the bar, well out of the way of any untoward blood spatter. Very efficient, our Henry. "Take it easy, my friend," I said, as casual as all hell. "We're just having a conversation." It wouldn't be long now, I thought, watching his nostrils flare. The golden seal of Ceres suddenly weighed 100 pounds in its slender pouch against my body. It was a pretty thing, really. A flat gold disc the size of a dessert plate, imprinted on one side with an image of the Roman goddess of fertility and grain. On the flip side, a half-dozen thick, raised, symmetrical ridges lined its surface at odd angles. Not the most spectacular artifact I'd ever been asked to locate, but not the most mundane either. And, with the help of the cards, I'd tracked it down easily enough. Then again, I probably should have asked a few more questions before I headed out this evening. A 3rd century BC seal featuring a corn-festooned pagan goddess shouldn't have been entrusted to your average intern for a late-night museum transfer. And the guy had been really young, too. Too young. Too clueless. Which might have caused me to stop and reconsider what I was doing, if I hadn't been so distracted by the ninja shadows of death who'd swarmed the metro platform the moment I'd made the grab. I'd immediately thought the Swiss Guard had come to swipe the relic out from under me. But why? What had I seen to tip my mind that way? And why would the Swiss Guard give a crap about such a minor artifact? "Give it to me," my contact hissed, officially signaling the arrival of the next stage of our negotiation process. Brute force. Then he lunged at me. I moved just as fast. With a sharp, cutting jerk, I splashed the horseradish whiskey into the guy's eyes, then shattered the glass against the bar as his hands went to his face, his scream a guttural bellow. Henry was right beside me, ripping the man's gun away as I shoved my contact flat against the bar, the cut edge of the glass tight against his collarbone, pressing into his thick, sweaty neck. "And now, the price is triple." I glared at his clenched shut eyes as tears rolled down his cheeks. "You want to pay? You know where to find me. You don't want to pay? I got plenty others who will." "You wouldn't," he sputtered. He tried to open his eyes, but that wouldn't be happening anytime soon. "You will. I had to." "You bet your crusty baguette I would. Tell your boss that if he's got the money, then he'll get the package. Otherwise, no deal." I stepped back as Henry and Lestube's bouncer moved in. Henry whipped a spotless white towel off his shoulder to help my contact get cleaned up, while his muscles stood ready to hold the guy tight until I got out of there. No wonder I liked this place so much. Stepping into the warm, muggy night, I strode toward the Luxembourg Gardens without too much hurry. The popular tourist destination still illuminated despite the fact that it was nearing midnight. I angled my way through a dozen or so manicured plots, waiting for a tail to materialize. None did that I could see, so I changed course. I had that creepy-crawly feeling of being followed, but there was